Hello and welcome to my Narnia life reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, that was released in May 2008. Once again directed by Andrew Adamson, who directed the first film. He comes back along with many of the cast, obviously William, Anna, Skander, Georgia, they all come back. Liam Neeson as Aslan comes back. Tilda Swinton, unfortunately, as Jadis comes back into this, which I'll discuss in a bit. As well as, we get new cast members. We've got obviously Ben Barnes there as Caspian. We've got Eddie Izzard as the voice of Reapercheap. I think Warwick Davis, he plays Nick a Brick. Peter Dinklage plays Trumpkin. I think once again, just like the first film, the casting was spot on in this. Prince Caspian was, it is obviously after reading the book, I can see how the book is very difficult to adapt. So they did have to make a lot of changes to this film. They pretty much took the book, ripped it up, and put it back together in a way that would work for film. There were obviously the scene where, where some of them can see Aslan, some of them can't. It's like, how would that work in a film? So once again, obviously there's a big battle at the end. Obviously they expanded on that once again, like they did in the first film. They expanded the battle in the second. My favourite part of the film has to be Reapercheap there. I absolutely love Reapercheap in this film. They got him so perfect. There were obviously the first controversial thing to come out of the second Narnia film was Ben Barnes as Caspian. In the book, he's 13. Ben Barnes does not look 13 there. I think at the time he was in his 20s when they filmed this. But I think he played the role of Prince Caspian really well. They give him like a Spanish accent, which I think did affect his performance in a very small way. So I like the fact that for Dawn Treader, he dropped the accent, which I'll discuss when I review that. But yeah, like I said, I love Reapercheap. Another controversial thing was the White Witch being shown in the trailer. Apparently, like, the White Witch sort of comes back in like a block of ice. Basically, it's like the scene in the book, where they're trying to revive the White Witch, but in the film they just expand it, so you actually get to see the White Witch. Another big thing is obviously Caspian and Susan, the whole Caspian and Susan romance, which was originally a joke on Narnia Web, and the filmmakers decided, oh yeah, we'll do that, that's what fans want. No, it really wasn't, fans were joking. So yeah, like I said, there is a lot more changes compared to the first film, but I think it's still a really good adaptation. I think, although it wasn't as good as adaptation as I don't think it was as good as an adaptation as the first film was. But I still really enjoyed Prince Caspian. I did go to see this when it came out in theatres. I went to see it for my birthday. But yeah, obviously this was the last Narnia film to be created and made by Walt Disney. Unfortunately, after this film was made, Walt Disney dropped the series. So there was sort of, a bit of time where fans didn't even know whether any more films would get made. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Prince Caspian. Again, I could rewatch it a number of times and I'd still highly enjoy it. So I recommend it to anyone. It's a really good sequel, I think. So it's just obviously if you're looking for a film that stays true to the book, maybe this isn't for you, because it does make a number of big changes. Lion, Witch and Wardrobe made small changes, but nothing too big. Prince Caspian had to make a lot more changes in order to work. So that's basically my review for the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. My next review will be the Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So if you like my videos, consider liking, you can consider subscribing or commenting what's your views on the films, and I'll see you all later.